is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tannehill finding Woods for the Titans' first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On the move past the 40.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Here you go.
Second down at 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that,
yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Greenwood.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Texans hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to keep this again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fairbairn able to put this one through.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Kttn Hamler.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have moved out in front.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by Kttn Hamler.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Into a double team and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Two catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Let's go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-10. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On 1st and 10, Greenwood. It's caught left side by Cooks. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
8 yards to go on second down.
They'll look to throw again.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Trying to find John Mechie.
And it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Malik Collins able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Tannehill. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. It's caught on the right side, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Texans scoop it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He gets this one to Mechie.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down.
Greenwood. Cooks on the quick slant.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down. Greenwood. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill.
He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw. Greenwood. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Greenwood. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
This will be complete to Mechie.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 31, Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates.
Throwing to start the drive. Greenwood. And he rifles one incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
Operating from the gun. Greenwood. Touchdown, Texans.
K.J. Hamler.
His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On third down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Throwing to start the drive. Greenwood. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Let's go now.
The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20, 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Well, there's a big play waiting to happen. Receiver K.J. Hamler as the offense returns to the field.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Texans are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Out come the Titans now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's complete to Robinson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Draw play. This is Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Tannehill now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Flushed out right, and the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
Tannehill intercepted again. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it inside the 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Go!
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. It's complete to Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, it's Tannehill.
Check down here for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Tannehill on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Well, fans usually love